Hey guys, yeah, so I came in here from California. It is. You guys want to get a little jacked up right now? Oh yeah. Because I'm ready to get emotional. If I get through this speech without cracking a tear, it'll be the first time I've ever spoken about this topic of youth tackle football and haven't done so. My name is Joe Rafter, and I love youth tackle football. The only thing I love more than youth tackle football are these kids. I love every single one of my football players in my backyard. I'm a co-founder and president of the California Youth Football Alliance, and we're working very closely to support the Massachusetts Youth Football Alliance. We are working together to relentlessly advance the sport of youth tackle football in a medically informed way. We are a new age group of football coaches. This is not your father's football game. We're not playing with suspension helmets. We're not teaching to get the head across the bow. We're not teaching to bite the bullet. We're teaching them to take the head out of tackle, because that's what these kids deserve. Yes. We were in your shoes 1 year ago, and it scared the heck out of us. I'll be honest with you. When someone comes in and says they want to start a conversation by making what you love illegal, it's disingenuous. It's a poke in the face. There needs to be more discussion. There needs to be more discussion like this. There needs to be more discussion in this building. And there needs to be more discussion with other football organizations across the country. We in California are now authoring our own California Youth Football Act. That act was published last Thursday. That act represents the most comprehensive and detailed set of safety standards in the nation right now. We are recruiting you to join us to bring better standards from a legislative perspective into this Commonwealth, because they won't stop. They won't, and neither will be you over there. They won't stop until something is in place. So you got to take the pen. You got to put the safety standards in place and let these people know the great things that we are doing on our football field. And while legislation will help, the only thing that matters, this is what I teach my guys, what matters to us as a football community is that you're relentlessly improving every rep of every drill, of every practice, every week, and every season, season after season. You're constantly improving the sport that you play, the way you play your positions, boys and girls, however you play. Relentlessly improve yourself every single rep of every practice of every season. And to the coaching community and the administrators, we have to do the same thing. We have to make our sport better every single season. So in the Alliance, we're doing some things. Because we can put legislation in place. We also want to help the football community execute and comply with that legislation. So we're partnering with organizations like Injure Free. These are world-class software provider whose job is to transform pediatric care in the United States. So we're bringing the transformation of pediatric care into the youth football community to accelerate the advancement of our sport. And there are more to come. We are working with other partners who are going to bring solutions to our community in a financially affordable way so that we can continue advancing our sport. And when we implement those solutions with the spirit of safety at all costs over a win at all cost mentality, this sport will be around for future generations so that many of us can watch these young men and women run their own football programs and watch our grandkids play football. I cannot tell you how deeply honored I am to be here today. I can't. I want to get to know you more. But I got a couple messages for a couple specific folks I want to call out now. For our legislators, we invite you to work closely with us, not against us. Get to know us. Get to know how we coach. Get to know who we coach. The amount of love that you guys, football, I know my football brothers, and sisters, I know you guys, it's the same culture. The amount of love we're pouring into our backyards through volunteerism and coaching football and teaching each other to take care of each other in a unique way, because football teaches things like sacrifice for others, overcoming adversity, teamwork, and hard work, unlike any other sport. And these guys need to hear that, and they need to learn and understand exactly what we're doing. For the medical community, our children need you now more than ever. Childhood obesity is an American epidemic. Make sure I get my stats right. More than 12 million children in our country suffer from obesity. That's 1 in every 6. I've been asked multiple times, why can't they just play flag, Joe? I said, you ever been to a flag game? No. Who plays flag? The tall, skinny kids, the highly athletic kids. Our sport honors and reveres those young men and women who aren't necessarily the most athletic. They're the bigger. They're more robust. This is why this sport is so important to me. Because I was one of those kids. I found myself in the sport. I was overweight. I was slow. And I found myself on the football field because that's where my skills, my body related, it translated. I played grade school, high school, and college football. I had the privilege of playing college football because I found this sport at a young age and I avoided an unhealthy lifestyle. So to our medical community, we need you now more than ever. We need you to speak up on behalf of these children and give them the opportunity to continue pursuing youth tackle football in as safe a manner as possible. For the clinicians and researchers in traumatic brain injury, thank you for your communication in the Lancet on March 1st of 2019. Not enough people are listening to a broad community. I'm an informed parent of 3 boys. I had to make my decision to allow my kids to play football. And I did that by looking at a wide set of research. I don't just look at one particular image, one particular research paper at one particular university with one particular individual standing behind it. I'm looking for open science. I'm looking for peer-reviewed science from as broad a community as possible. That's why I'm so proud to stand next to Dr. Peter Cummings. We seek the truth. We love these kids, and we want the truth from the medical community. So Peter, you and your colleagues are so important to us to stand up and to debunk the myths that are put forth by other organizations who are driving a personal agenda, and they're weaponizing sports, they're weaponizing flag football, they're weaponizing their fake science against our sport of football. And it's just not right, and it's not going to happen on my watch. For the media that's here today, we're a small representation of 3 million youth football families in this country. We are the quiet majority that is under attack by a vocal minority. and we've had it. We're done. I challenge the media, and I implore you to bring more balanced reporting, more socially responsible reporting that opens up the aperture of discussion beyond Boston University and the Concussion Legacy Foundation. There are amazing stories in every single one of these kids, in every single one of these coaches. Stories of volunteerism, of giving back in their community, of working from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until 8 o'clock in the morning. A second or third job to try and help these young men and women grow up with character that is taught through the great sport of football. For the National Football Fraternity, my brothers and sisters from the high school, the college, and the professional ranks. We need more people like Andre Tippett and Merrill Hodge standing by our side. Cannot thank you enough, Merrill Hodge, as a board member of the Alliance. Cannot thank you enough for the partnership, the work, the publishing of the book. We need more people to stand beside us so that we're no longer the silent majority. For the parents and players, the opposition wants you to believe that your sport's not worthy. They want you to believe that your sport should be cast aside. There's no way that's going to happen. We're not going to let that happen, are we? The interesting thing is, their accusations are directly opposite of the culture of who we are as football players. It's hard. Making football safe, it's not easy work. But we're Americans. Because it's hard, what do? The Americans run into the burning buildings. We fix things, we solve things. We don't step back and shut them down. We don't quit. To ban you tackle football is to be a quitter, and America is not full of quitters, are we? I want to give you a term. The term's called a faulty generalization. It's when I make one observation about one thing, and I cast it across everybody. So I'm going to give you an analogy. Terrence is a former Eagles. I'm an Eagles player. I'm an Eagles season ticket holder. Been an Eagles fan my whole life. Don't hold that against me. Don't hold that against me. Yeah, there you go. Well, wait a minute. Terrence is a former Eagles player. I'm an Eagles fan. We all must be Eagles fans, right? Faulty generalization. That is a faulty generalization, and the science of CTE is a faulty generalization as well. We cannot allow a limited set of data to be used in such a biased way. This is the faulty generalization of CTE. Make no mistake, I love my football players more than I love my sport. And there's nothing that I won't do for you, nothing I won't do for every single one of you guys and coaches on a personal level to help fight this bill here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts or wherever that bill may show up again. And to our opposition, to BU, to Chris Nowinski, to the Concussion Legacy Foundation, and to the fine men and women who are assembly and senators in the Commonwealth. We want to work with you. We want to work with you. Come get to know us. Learn a little bit about what we're doing. We want to work together. And we will continue to invite you to work with us. But make no mistake about it. If you want to bring a fight to us, we are prepared to fight. And on this topic, are we going to fight or work together? I'm reminded of a quote that I love from the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. We, this community here, and through every corner of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and our country, we are passionate. We are disciplined. We are committed. National football fraternity, compelled to go down a different path. We want a path influenced by Dr. Martin Luther King's words, influenced by love. Love of our communities, love of our children, love of our great sport of tackle football, and love of medical truth. Love of the truth. It's all we want. Give us the truth, keep working with us, and we're going to keep making this sport of tackle football better season after season. Thank you very much.